Right?
You left everything.
I had to. You have to sacrifice.
Everything.
You have to sacrifice.
So what if coming here then you fail?
That is one thing I don't believe in.
Everyone wants to sell from a good brand.
Yeah.
And the brand too is niching out. How do you niche out?
It's not just picking the best, it's about making them become the best. As designers, if you want to be taken serious, you need to appear serious.
How?
Not with a frown face. You can't expect me, a designer, then I'll come and I'm wearing a branded t-shirt belonging to another. And where you play, you said you want to be taken serious. I'm not saying going to KJTI is wrong, but you're always there. You don't go to places, the kind of clients you want, they play in a certain area. If you want to meet the elite in society, the rich, you have to go play golf.
How do you blend your business aspect of yourself to fashion?
Pricing, prospecting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm K. K for a reason. That is Designers Den. Designers Den. Live on Vogue Web. As you already know, on this podcast, we sit designers down, talk to them about the struggle, the reason for them being into fashion. Why fashion? The reason for fashion, the impact of fashion. Everything related to fashion, the conversation, everything. But before we get into the conversation, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell someone K is here and talking about fashion. Today I have a designer who was being recommended by a designer. If you watch our previous episode, you probably have heard of this designer's name. I don't want to introduce the person. I would want him to do it himself. I don't want to mention your name.
My name is Selassie.
No, I want the pencil Penwell.
Okay, so the brand. So the brand is, and I am Bensel Penwell.
Is it Bensel?
Bensel.
I thought it was Bensel Penwell.
That's how people mention it, but the real thing is Bensel Penwell.
Why Bensel Penwell?
Okay, so that's my brand name actually. And that name came to me because just by my name, you know I'm an Ever, and I have a lot of Bernard Selassie.
I don't know.
So I wanted
but my audience
I wanted something unique.
Okay.
So I picked my Bernard, which means bold, and then Selassie, which means God has heard.
Okay.
So I merged the two. Whilst God hears me, I come boldly before the throne of grace. And the Penwells means face of God. So I come to seek the face of God boldly. That is Bensel.
Not just a name, Charlie. You know, just pick the name. Like it was something inspirational.
Yes, God gave
you had a purpose.
Thank you.
Wow. Like that is great.
Thank you.
So Bensel Penwell, let's talk about yourself first.
Okay.
Bernard Selassie.
Badohun.
What is the meaning of that?
That one, I will tell you later.
Tell me now. It's
so I'm a Badohun, and the Badohun is actually a name of a god. Yeah, I'm a Voltarian, so you should understand.
Hey, a fine Voltarian.
Yeah, by grace.
So, Bernard.
Yes.
What brought you to fashion?
Fashion. Surprisingly, I'm not one of the people that can say he's a fashion student from the onset, or he was a fashion student from the onset. I'm a proud business student, actually. So from SHS, let me use SHS here, from SHS to tertiary, my first two, so I have two other university certificates. So my first two university certificates are actually in business. I have HND Marketing and Business Administration, BSc Business Administration.
Okay.
And fashion came along the line. Fine. Growing up, I wanted to do fashion. The thing is this, my time in school was a time where parents decided what student kids should do.
Oh, okay.
So I had two options. I wanted to do law or fashion. And upon writing my BEC, my parents like, nah. And coming from a royal home and a military home, you are not allowed to do what you want. So I remember going to the first school. Now let me use the second school. That's like complete. I started all over. So the second school, I went with the notion of going to maybe bribe the academics head to give me visual arts. But I wasn't allowed. I was just given two options. Based on my results, it's either science or business. And I was like, okay, let me go with business. Science, not like I feared blood, but I was like, science, I'm chill with school. 7 years, I didn't have that time. So I chose business, and that was, I can't mention the school's name.
Yeah.
So that was Ebenezer Secondary School in Dansoman.
Okay.
And I was like, well, let me just do business. I went to school one Thursday afternoon, late comer. From there, did my usual stuff, some executive positions. So I wanted to do the law thing.
Okay.
Then I was like, but my problem was, even though I was a business student, I was always in the visual arts class.
So you had interest in the visual arts?
So even it was during WASI that most teachers realized I was a business student.
Oh, okay.
Because I had a cousin, Innocent. He's also a designer in Accra. That was a visual arts student, but I'm not in peaceful. So I go to sit in for him. So I was always in the visual arts class.
So when did you decide to now move from business to fashion?
So this question. After business school, I started working with one of the best banks in Ghana, UBA.
Okay.
I worked them for 8 years. And then 8 years, if I'm not mistaken. Then in 2018, December 24th, I decided to resign.
Why?
The reason was, I still had a fashion calling because I was doing part-time modeling for some designers. And I was like, I've done what the family wanted. Now let me chase what I want. So without informing anybody, the only person I spoke to was my brother and my mom. Give them no, they shouldn't talk about it to anybody. Then 24th December, that was my Christmas gift. Left the bank. Without knowing where I was going, I just left. I was like, I just left.
So where were you going?
Either go and do apprenticeship or find something to do. But
what was the first thing that came in mind when you left?
So I had this friend that was sewing for me. And whenever I go to him, I go with my sketches. I go with my designs that I want us to work on. So I was like, let me go and talk to KK so that he helps me learn and then maybe help him also with my background as a business person. That was how. So I left in December. January 16th, I bought a sewing machine. Went to him on the 19th. And also me call back. But then February, we had a wedding and I made my own attire up and down to the wedding without having any prior experience or anything. That was it.
So when you left, you went to your friend.
Yeah.
After your friend, what next?
So after my friend, what was there? Life became hard because now everybody like feels you decided your thing, face the consequences. So no money. And I was like, okay, what do I do? But I would say this: no matter what you go through in life, God plans people. No matter how maybe you feel, oh, this person is irrelevant, you'll be shocked what they can do for you. So I actually took it upon myself to talk to some of my brothers. My people knew him as my big brother. He's called Daniel Asante Pepra. So I spoke to Danny. Danny was like, okay, let's talk to another big brother who was by then working with they are like insurance brokerage. Okay. And because of my background in business, I could work in the insurance. I was given a portfolio and everything. And it's me call best 9 months or so, almost a year. I was like, nah, still business. I didn't want it. Did a bit of customer service for Enterprise Life. Mm-hmm. That's the second insurance company. Did some courses in insurance. Then I just stopped going. Then one Sunday, I spoke to a lecturer at KSTU and bought a form. That was Sir George here. Because we're in the same church. I gave him the money, he bought a form. I was like, let me just come. And I didn't want to come as a weekend or part-time student or let's say a mature student. I wanted to experience everything. So I came as a regular student from level 100 with my SHS graduates and everything in class.
From business, you had the chance to get all the money.
Yeah.
Because from banking, that white-collar job. Why dropping white-collar job? Why?
So
before I moved to the journey as a
fashion.
Now coming to fashion. Why do you want to drop that white-collar job and come back to them?
So one thing I believed in is anybody that knows me knows I deal with the SDGs. Though I don't specifically mention, I was like, in banking, 60 years I'm supposed to be on pension. How then can I create more like a generational income? How can I be able to create employment for people? Because I remember leaving business school, because some of my colleagues are still job hunting. Some of us have to connect them. So I can't always go about then tomorrow a company will tell me, oh, we are done with you. then it ends there. So rather, I would prefer to have my own company. Even after 60, I can still work.
Oh, okay.
That was why I left the white collar.
You left everything.
I had to. You have to sacrifice.
Everything.
You have to sacrifice.
So what if coming here then you fail?
That is one thing I don't believe in.
You don't believe in the failing?
Because I always say, sometimes we don't win, we learn. So if I learn something from it, I know that thing I learned will take me somewhere. It is not failure.
So now you've dropped everything.
Yes.
Now you've bought forms, starting a regular student. Yeah. How does it feel? Because you have grown all the students.
Oh yes, I was the oldest in my class.
Being the oldest in the class, the bullying, everything involving. How was it?
One thing I believe in is, if you really want something, you should be ready to go through the pain. I remember after gaining admission, I would come to KSTU campus, come and sit at the lovers bench under the tree. I was fighting the urge to sit in the class because I felt maybe I will not fit in. The one time I sat, I was like, no, let me just go. So Che came to sack me from the tree. I went to that class. When I went, I remember it was one afternoon, Mr. Nakoli was teaching. When I entered, everybody thought I was a TA. Because I was the type that would wear my long sleeves classic shirts, my tailored trousers, and my shoe. That was how I was coming with a diary. So everybody thought I was a TA. I entered, they were writing attendance, and then they jumped me. And I was like, Charlie, break the list and I'm a couple. So the class rep was like, are you a student? I was like, yeah, 4 days to matriculation. And I was like, yeah, Fabra. I remember my neighbor was, hey, see a student. Then we started talking. They were like, oh, yes. And I was like, yeah, so I've sat home for long, so I'm back in school. And I had to take away whatever experience, whatever pride, and become somebody that needed to learn. Because I was in a class with some of the best students from SHS. If I'm allowed to mention the same, I remember son of Upon Bright. Bright came as the best fashion student from one of the Eastern Region schools. And I was like, me, thread a needle, pen a minute. I have to learn. So I have to drop everything, whether age or anything, drop it, start from scratch. It's painful, but if you really need it, you will do it.
Charlie, because dropping everything.
Everything.
One thing I fear in my life is losing everything I have.
And it's bad because I will tell you, if you fear that, then you cannot jump.
Losing everything I have.
Because before you jump, you have to squat. So you have to go down to jump.
Hey. So you've become a fashion student.
Yeah.
Now in the class with son of Upon.
Yeah.
Probably
ABF, Rich Eyes, Hood.
Like you were in a class with those people.
Yeah.
Willing to learn everything from scratch, as we said. It wasn't easy. So at what point did you feel comfortable in it?
So I just psyched myself. Endure.
So you were doing your self-coaching?
Yeah.
Your self-cycling?
Because
you needed no therapy?
No therapy. Yes, you have to be your own therapist. You have to be your own therapist because if you wait for someone to come and encourage you, you will not move. So I just had to psych myself that, Charlie, this is it. Is this or nothing? Then from the onset, I decided to also make an impact. So I remember one mantra I used to tell myself, I am the best thing to happen to KSTU fashion department. I was telling myself, I am the best thing to happen to KSTU fashion department.
So now comfortable in the situation. Yeah. Did that decision you made, throwing everything and starting, was there a point you felt, at this point in time, the decision I made is right?
Yeah. It was still in level 100. I remember when I got to the school, some of the previous executives would meet me and go like, Charlie, we don't know you, but we feel you can help the faculty. And then whilst in level 100, I became a faculty vice president.
Let me pause you for a minute.
Sure.
Because it's getting interesting. Let me pause you for a minute. If you've been watching this interview, it's getting interesting because dropping everything, being posted, you had the chance to work as a business person, dropping it and coming back let me say, coming to fashion is not an easy thing. There was a lot that went through. We are going to have that conversation here. But before that, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share to someone else. We are here to make certain changes in this industry. KC Natus restaurant. I've been saying I eat a lot since I know marry. I would chop for outside so till I marry, and I can't disclose that here. I'll be married very soon, so just place an order from Natus Restaurant or the social media Natus Restaurant. Let's get back to the conversation. Mr. Bernard Selassie, the other name I can't mention.
No worry.
So now you are a fashion student. Let me say, you are not a fashion designer, you are a fashion student.
Yeah, then I was a fashion student.
At what point did you felt I need to start something of myself?
So the truth is, even before I came to the institution, I had a vision, I had a plan. I didn't want to be one of those people that would finish the program and they would have to go and start all over by relearning somewhere. So whilst in school and with my business background, I had to start things. So in 2018, even before buying forms, I had my logo and my brand name already.
So you planned before you...
I planned before buying my forms and everything. I had my logo, my brand name, everything sorted. In 2018, even before leaving the bank. So I was like, okay, so how do I do it? So now let me learn the tricks that will make my product, even though I'm still in school, compete with those out there. So I was learning my patterns, my idea development, my textiles, the color blending and everything. And then I was doing a lot of consulting. I visited a lot of designers, even before attachment season. I go to you, ask you questions. How do you design? I build relationship with them so that I can learn from them. So even that time, before someone, I remember a customer told me, who these are questions to do? Because I'll ask you, where are you taking their tattoo? What shoe are you wearing? What's your favorite color? Are you part of the family? Maybe if it's a wedding, are you part of the family or you're an outsider?
Is that needed?
Yes, it's needed, seriously. You can't just wear something you saw online because it looks good on somebody. Have you forgotten the person's skin tone? So I need to know what you like with your skin tone. And then mostly I like to take my clients out of their comfort zone. If you had a classic, maybe African print shirt and trousers, no, we change something. So that when you get to the event, you stand out. That is me. So whilst in school, I learned all these things from fellow designers and alumni. I was able to build a relationship with the alumni, so I learned a lot from them.
You learned a lot. So learning a lot from them. Now you started them. Like, let me say, you had a plan of starting the brand. At what point? I want the actual moment. Now I'm starting sewing outside.
And that was COVID. The year of COVID. That was the year my big brother got married. So he was like, oh, he has his designer that will sew everything. And I was like, you give me one of the attires you would make, so that I make it for you. I just wanted to do something for my brother because sincerely he had been supportive throughout, in banking and out of banking. Times I'll be sick, he would drive and come and pick me and all those things. I was staying alone, so then his engagement, the Thanksgiving attire, he gave it to me. And when he wore it, I was like, this is something I made. And the comments, the wife was also a colleague of mine from the banking side. We were in the same office. So I know her. Sally is prim and proper. If it's not nice, she'll tell you. Work here, work here. But when the husband wore it, she was like, this is nice. The colors and everything. So I was like, whether you like it or yes, I have to start sewing for people. Just that I didn't just jump. I was picky. I wanted to build a certain elite clientele. So,
hey, talking about building elite clientele. Yeah. Let me ask this. Meaning niching.
Yeah.
In content creating, you say you niche your clients.
Yeah.
You niche your target audience.
Yes. In marketing too.
So do you niche your targets in fashion?
Yes.
How do you niche out?
I have to find a problem. In the sense that I look through, for instance, let me use my church. I attend Living Waters Chapel. It's an elite church, a church where a lot of lecturers from KNUST attend. So I look through, I see this person, maybe a lecturer of like I like how this man dresses, but I want to change something on it for him. I will intentionally find a problem, find a solution, sit with you and discuss. So I'm not looking at all the men in my church or all the people in my church sewing with me. I just want one or two people. When these people wear my clothes, I don't need to advertise.
So you are picky on your advertisement?
Yes. So whatever they wear will sell me. Oh, you advertise that. Oh, Selassie made it. Denzel made it. That's it.
That is your way of nature. So let me give this then. There is this notion. Everyone wants to sow from a good brand.
Yeah.
And the brand too is niching out. How do you niche out everyone? Let me give an example. You have 4 people.
Okay.
Who wants to sow from you? How do you niche out the best one you want?
It's not just picking the best. It's about making them become the best.
Okay.
Why do I say that? Among the 4 people, each and everyone has his level of fashion sense. Someone might have the best of or the highest percentage, but the question is, where does he go? What does he do with the items he wears or he makes? So I look at all of them and I create a portfolio for each and every one. So even though it's still a niche, I make sure yours is fitting here, this person is fit, because I don't just do it's a lit. I make clothes for young people. I make clothes for young people. So whatever, if the person wants to take it to a fashion show, wants to take it to a party, and it's not maybe a lecturer's meeting. You see, so that is it. And before I created a niche, I discuss with the clients. I get to know your preferences, where you play. Then I use that also to solve the problem.
So let's go. Let me do this with your clients.
Sure.
You have specific clients where you work with, right?
Very true.
How did you get them? Lecturers, elite people.
Yeah.
How did you get them? Is it because you were in the banking field?
No, not just that. As designers, if you want to be taken serious, you need to appear serious.
How?
Not with a frown face.
How?
But you need to wear what you make. You need to wear. You can't expect me, a designer, then I'll come and I'm wearing. No brands will be mentioned, but I'm wearing a branded T-shirt belonging to another design house. No. And where you play. You said you want to be taken serious. I'm not saying going to KJTI is wrong, but you're always there. You don't go to places, the kind of clients you want, they play in a certain area. If you want to meet the elites in society, the rich, you have to go play golf. You don't play golf. You don't go anywhere. You're expecting them to come to you. And when you are going, how well are you dressed? How prepared are you? Are you going with just your attire? Carry your tape measure. Carry your portfolio. Discuss stuff with people, and that will help you. That is what I do. So I go places prepared. Even if you don't invite me, I remember some of the castings they do at the mall. I'm not going as a model. I'm not going as a designer, but you will see me there. Because on Sundays and even weekends, the models, the mall is another environment where people come to. I visit churches.
Okay. So you move.
I move. You don't have to wait.
Let me. How do you blend your business aspect of yourself to fashion?
Pricing, prospecting. Let me start with pricing. I know we all somehow come to you and go like, oh, I want an attire. This is my price. I don't do that. You come with sets. I tell you the various fabrics available, and I tell you if you really want this design to come out well, we have to use the best. This is the price. We do the budget. What's your budget? Are we working within your budget, or you are ready to explode? So because of my business background, I did marketing actually. So because of that, I know how to price my goods. Whatever item goes into the collection, I know how to price it. Not to cheat my clients, but to come to a level where the client will be comfortable to handle. So if you are coming with a design that has a lot, that is expensive, and we have to take things out, we'll take them out. Yeah. And then prospecting. It's still like seeking for clients. I let you know that, please, I have sewn for you. You are my billboard. You are my billboard. So that is not where I have to make sure you just wear anything. No. I have to make sure that the attire I made for you, you're wearing the right footwear. You're adding on the right accessories. So I give you all those options because you become my billboard. So you become the person that people will see and come to.
Hey, the way I wanted the conversation, I think we have to need a part 2.
Well, I'm there for you.
You see, you've been into the business field and now into fashion.
Yeah.
Let me take you back to business. Business and fashion. Let's talk about that.
Sure.
How do I handle my fashion brand? Well, since you are a business person, how do I handle my fashion work? In terms of business side, from marketing to, how do I put it, from marketing to advertisement, to distribution, to every aspect in business. Let's talk about that. How do I do it?
Growing up, when I started my business, there is this notion. Business grows when family and friends pay for their services.
Wait. Rewind.
Business grows when family and friends pay for their services.
Really?
Yes.
They are my close people.
That is your problem.
They paid for my school.
Yeah. But they will go out and go and pay for someone else to earn their money. When they need light bill, will they go to that person? So if you pay for the services, I can also assist you when you need my help. You know Bernard Selassie. That is your son. But Bensel Penrose is not your son.
One difficult thing to ever do.
Yes, so let me use myself. My uncles, my family, they know me. They always go like, that was how I wanted to do law. I am strict. It's not like it is wickedness. No, you need to be strict when it comes to your business because the same people will tell you, when you serious, but they will not say, so I don't want to hear that. When you come, we'll be open at home. No offer, I say yes. And when it gets to Bensel, we are not doing warfare. We are doing money.
So aside that, what else again?
And you have to make sure you strike the balance between yourself and your business.
How?
You are not your business. Yes, you are, but you are not.
I'm the business.
Yes, you
if I'm not there, the business is not there.
That's what you think. If you're able to work it well, when you're not there, the business will still work.
So how do I separate the two?
How do I balance? Learn more, train people, sensible people, loyal people.
Sensible people.
Yes, the sensible is key because you make it look like, oh, maybe I'm humble, I'm a good person, so no.
Teaching people, do you need to take money from them?
I have taught a lot of people that have not taken anything.
Were they serious?
Yeah. Me, those that know me from KST will tell you, if you don't have a stubborn heart, you can't help the sellers.
So you need to be serious.
Yes, you need to be serious. I don't care where you are coming from or who you are. This is a classroom or a learning section. So you saw something that made you come to me. So far as you've come to me, we have to be serious to get what we want. I won't come and do, oh, you're my friend, oh, let's do this. No. You will fight, I will squeeze you to get the best out of you.
Now, we've gotten to, I want more. I want to go inside.
Oh.
So let's go again. What next? Now, my family should pay.
Yeah.
Strike the balance.
Yeah.
Now what next?
On the family to pay, you see, sometimes we make it look like it because we say family to pay. If I'm charging 20,000, I'm taking 20,000. No. A family to pay, if I'm charging 10,000, I can give a discount to family. Family and friends discount is there. But one thing is this. What is your brand? My friends will tell you, Selassie will tell you, he really doesn't do alterations. I do. But the thing is this, don't go and sew somewhere and bring it to me. I won't do it. Me, I don't care. Me, sew with me. Then I realize you don't sew with me at all. Then you go and sew somewhere. Then you come and tell me, I can see it be home. Take it to the shop or wherever you did it from. It's no wickedness. You realize that I want you to know I am not one of the, for want of a better word, the Fanesa kind of tailor.
Yeah.
I'm a brand. You won't take your jeans to diesel that they should or treat. No. So if you bought it from there, take it to them. If you bring it to me, you have to sew the whole thing for me. Then I cannot trade because each and every one has a sewing tactic they use, and I can't come and kill myself over someone's process.
Another advice. I want a lot of advice because today, on this segment, I want things to be done very well and right.
Sure.
I've been saying this. Subscribe to the channel.
Sorry.
Post notification. This is K for a reason. You know me, my brand. I'm not a classic brand. Nah, I'm not a classic brand. I'm a kata brand. Personally, I'm a kata brand. That is the reason you see me here. I need to host the podcast one day explaining things because there has been a lot of comments from you guys on the reason I put on certain things, the reason I do certain things. There will be a day I'll host and explain a lot of things. This is Designers Den. Today it's not about me. We are learning. Today I want us to learn a lot. So let's delve back to what you were saying. Business in fashion, you've taken us through 4 procedures. I want us to.
So you have to invest in your brand.
How do I invest in my brand?
Investing in your brand is go for teachings, travel, go for inspiration. Recently there was a show in Accra that a lot of designers went. I couldn't go because I was writing my exams. I love to learn. I love to learn from experienced people. I love to research. So talking about research, even I had a fashion show, my graduation fashion show. I did a lot of research for that. You see, I love to research. I love to explore. So you invest. It's not everything that you say, oh, I will stay home and over time I'll catch up. No, invest. I know designers that go outside the country, African countries, just to pick inspiration. You see, so travel, learn, and develop yourself.
Last one.
Don't worry, it will come. It will come later. The archives are opening, so it will come later.
Okay, so as the archives are opening, you see, your brand is that heavy.
It's good.
It's a bit restricted. It's full of restrictions.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny enough. I learned from people behind doors. I'm very good at studying people back doors, making some small inquiries about back doors. I learned 1 or 2 things from your side on my strictness.
Okay.
It's the way back on campus I was uneasy.
Yeah, I remember.
During my time, you see me being playful.
Yeah.
Even during that time, you see me being serious. I'll be playful.
Yeah.
But I don't joke.
That's the humor part of strictness.
I don't joke. I'll be smiling. I'll be doing that.
Still,
the moment you see me smile, there is some serious in the smiling. You see me play. It's not just play. Some seriousness in it.
That's me.
You see, and back beginning up starting a brand, you see, there will be a lot of you know it.
Yeah.
But I decide you can associate yourself with me. All right. But there must be some differences.
Yeah.
There must be some restrictions, some seriousness. We might be smiling, we might be playing. But as we play, the seriousness must take place there.
Thank you.
But I don't know how to be too serious. Whatever I do, I make sure it's fun out of it.
Thank you.
Too much of seriousness, more pressure.
More pressure.
So as we play, we are playing. Don't joke. When you joke, your time ends. It ends.
Yeah.
You shift, we move. I've learned those 4 things. I want the last one. As you're opening the archives, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We are here to talk to a lot of designers. And there are a lot of designers on board who are willing and ready to talk to us. If you know any designer, you can just drop in the comment section. If you have any personal questions you'd want to ask, you'd want us to talk about, drop it in the comment section. We will do justice to it. On all social media, you just link up with us on all social media, Vogue and Babe, everywhere, just Vogue and Babe. V&B on YouTube, Vogue and Babe on everywhere. That is Designers Den. Mr. Salas, I don't want us to move any other topic.
Oh, okay.
As we end, I want 3 things.
Sure.
Your personal advice for someone willing to pursue fashion and someone already in the business, but not getting the leverage as the person needs to get. And last of all, the next let me say your personal designer you want me to have on this segment,
Okay.
on this podcast. Not probably the next segment.
Sure, I get it.
But I want a designer I would want to talk to from your side, because it was through my son upon that got me here. Yeah, so I want you to also talk to someone else. But before that, I don't know if your archive is yet open. If it's not yet open, we can just tackle the three.
Okay, so for people in the industry already and those coming into it, one thing I would say is no matter what you do, get certifications. Get serious certifications. Ensure your brand is registered as a startup or even as an existing designer. Ensure your brand is registered and still hitting on the learn, study. Kill yourself to put in the effort to study. In the sense that go for tutorials, go for trainings. Even if you are somebody, whether school or whether formal or informal education, get it. And when you get if you get the informal, get certifications. Because people love to work with brands that have reputation. Not just by saying, to me, Pam, but credibility in terms of certification. So get them, it will help you. And then for the next designer that I would mention, I wish I could mention more, but
Talk to one. You'll talk about it more later.
Okay, great. So I would call on Richard Kwame Osu. Richard is Food Collections. He's a friend and he's very good at what he does.
Okay, I want you to look into the eyes of Richard. Talk to Richard. Look into the eyes of Richard.
So I have a way I call Richard. So Richard Kwame Osu. Richard is Food Collections. I call him Shatta. Charlie, it's your turn. I told you that you will come and you are coming. Charlie, stay blessed.
Before I end, is there anything you'd want to say? Is there anything we had to talk, we didn't talk about? Is there anything?
Nothing. I'm sure there will be a second session for us.
Probably there is a second session.
We have to have a second session because I want to work on the academia and industry blend.
You will probably work on that.
So we'll work on it. Thank you.
Aside that, my last one never came out. Are you going to put it on the next session?
I'll put it on the next session for you.
So guys, be ready for the next section. I'm K for a reason. Thanks for having me on my show.
You're welcome. My
Thanks
pleasure.
for blessing them.
My pleasure.
See you on our next section. Part 2. There will probably be a part 2.
Oh, very sure. We have to. We must.
Thanks for being with us from the beginning to now. I'm KK for a reason. That is Designers Then. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye.